right, okay. This is awkward. Joshua Zirkzee is gone. Whoa, don't go off the video, don't go off the video. Step away from the unsubscribe button and let me walk you through the summer. Yes, hello there viewers. Joshua Zirkzee is at Borussia Dortmund. I'm still a bit annoyed about this, so long story short, Barcelona came in with a bid for Joshua Zirkzee. I then upped it to £80 million, and then they said, yeah, okay, we'll do that. Before I accepted it or rejected it, I tried to persuade Joshua Zirkzee to stay. Joshua Zirkzee said, I'll stay if you can give me 120 grand a year. I said, okay, no problem, rejected the Barcelona bid, then went to offer him a contract, and he didn't want to sign one. Said he was unhappy at the club and he wanted to move. And so this happened. Barcelona eventually never came back. Real Madrid put in a few very pitiful offers of around about 50 million or so. And I thought £75 million to Joshua Zirkzee, I have to take it. It's better than having a very angry, unhappy player in the camp, because we all know the damage that can do. But we are missing a lot of goals. 23 goals last year. He scored in 32 appearances, 3 assists, a 7.37. Yeah, I'm a little worried too. And clearly we've been recognised as the best of the rest, because a lot of players have gone. A lot of players that didn't want to go, but a lot of players were kicking off. We'll go through it. It's been a very busy window. Very, very busy indeed. The only big one is that James Milner has retired, so he's now an assistant manager / coach. He is no longer with the club, which means that we're lacking a really big leader in the team. Calvin Phillips is now taking over the captain role. There is quite a lot to get through in terms of the outs, so we'll run through them quickly. Patrick Roberts has gone to Villarreal, £8.75 million. I think we can all agree that's not bad, considering I bought him for £6.75 million and he didn't play any last year because we switched to the Diamond. This one's a little bit one I'm unsure about. Ryan Nyambe has gone to Burnley for £25 million. Again, brought him in for 16.5 and then made a profit by selling him on. Not too disappointed really, although you have that, look at it there, there were two really standout years where he got a 7.24 and a 7.21. He is a very good player, but I do think I've replaced him with someone potentially better and younger. This is one that we all knew was going to happen really. Emile Odero, who I bought in for £4 million, I've sold on to Wolves for £15 million. Very, very pleased. He seemed to concede 3 every time I put him in goal, and obviously Lafont's come in, made himself number 1. Thought he was very good last year, and could only see a reason to keep him instead of Odero. And there is one more big sale which I did not expect, and I'm not sure how this is going to go down. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, because it is the Marmite Man. The irony of this is not lost on me. Pedrinho, I've sold him to Arsenal for £40 million, which, as I'm pretty aware, I think was what I signed him for in my Arsenal save. I'm not 100% sure. Again, whopping profit on him. For 1 year where he played at 6.91, not the best. Again, did okay in the advanced midfielder role, but I don't sign him to play there. I signed for him to play on the right. Whenever he played on the right, he wasn't particularly good. £40 million to Arsenal, I think, is a great effort. It means we've got £17.5 million profit. I'm pretty content because the signings I've made will hopefully change your mind about this window. I've only gone and made 14, so let's get into it. We'll start with the loans. Gabriel Martinelli. We all know about Gabriel Martinelli. Can play on the left wing, right wing, up front. Pacey, very good from Arsenal. A wonder kid on the game. Can be extremely good. I think it's a pretty decent signing because we're only paying him 89 grand a week. I say only 89 grand a week. My wage budget is massive, so I've got all the wages in the world to spend. The whole idea now is that I've got a lot more depth, and it means that I can play 2 formations, which is something I touched on at the end of the last episode. I have signed wingers, but I've also signed good players that will suit the Diamond as well. So we're going to have 2 very good, strong formations and lineups. At least I hope so. Another loan in is a chap called Munir de Souza, who I've loaned in from Liverpool. Absolutely insanely good 19-year-old French left-back. Looks incredible. Would have signed him, but they were asking for about 130 million. I don't have that kind of money yet, so I said no thank you, but will you let me have him on loan? They said yes. I was delighted. Then he got injured for 3 months with a hip injury. So we're going to have to wait a little while until we see Munir de Souza. I'm going in value order, and you're probably looking at Jakob Rasmussen and thinking, Mike, what the hell have you done? I've signed him because he was free. Literally, that's it. Free, £27 million he's rated at. If I want to sell him on, I'm going to make a massive profit on him. That is the whole reason why I bought him in. And actually, to be fair, last year, granted he's playing for AAB in the 3F Superliga, but he played at 7.52, and in anyone's book, that's not too bad. So, hold your hate. I've also made a few future signings, because I think I've realised over the last year that we've got so much catching up to do with like the top two in terms of City and Liverpool, that I've brought in a few players that are going to be for the future, because I can see the save going on a little bit longer than maybe I expected, which I'm sure we're all very, very happy about. So welcome Simon Nagapadujet Mbu. Can we call him Simon? But I look at Simon, and he looks very good. 190k, I bought him in for 110k. Looks very solid. Could get potentially a little bit better. He's our third goalkeeper, don't worry. He is not the replacement for Adero. Relax. I'm playing the long game, okay? And that is one of the reasons why I bought in Nicholas Wright. It's not only because it's for the long game, but I actually look at this boy and I think, wow. English. I was running out of English players. I needed a bit more of an English contingent. £1 million I got for this guy. Got him at the end of his contract. Compensation of £1 million. Physically pretty decent. It's the mentals that I love. Determination 20. Mwah, magical. Flair 19. Mwah, magical. Lots and lots to really like about it. Technical very good as well. 16 first touch, 15 long shots, 15 technique. Currently in our under 23s, but he will definitely play a part in the Euro Cup 2 campaign. Do not fear. He definitely will play a part. I think he could be bargain of the entire window, personally. Another attacking midfielder that I bought in for the future is a chap called Santiago Rojas. I bought him in for £1.5 million in from Santa Fe. I look at him and I think, yeah, he's pretty decent. Physically, could probably do a little bit better. Mentally, though, again, very good. Off the ball, 16. Flair, 17. Can play up front as well. Technicals are very good. Dribbling, 15. Free kick taking, 15. Very, very solid. Think he could be a good one for the future. Sorry, I bought him in from Atletico Nacional, and he's on loan at Santa Fe. Following the English contingent, in comes Andy Harwood. Now, Andy Harwood, I think, again, is another very, very smart signing. Was at Hammarby, which I found very, very baffling. But at Hammarby, in the Swedish Premier Division, you don't see a lot of sort of Englishmen go abroad that much in terms of footballers. But I have to say, I looked at him and thought he looks really good. Physically brilliant at this level, considering he's only 19. He's not small either, 183 centimetres. Mentally very good. Technically could do a little bit of work, but he is definitely one to grow. You can see here, up to potentially a 5-star potential, which could be the making of him. At the moment, he's in our under 23s, but he probably will play a part at some point. Bought him for £3 million. Again, buying in these youngsters, improving them, selling them on if they don't make it. That is my long-term goal. That's the plan. This is the replacement for Emil Odero, and a player that will be very familiar if you've watched my stream save on YouTube. Robbie McCrory from Rangers. Oh, but not from Rangers. He is from FC Bayern. You can tell here, he's made more appearances and conceded less goals. That is always a good sign as a goalkeeper, no matter how dominant the team might be in that league. And I also look at his attributes and I think, he is very good. There's no cons as well either. He fits in very well with the group. He's a decent player for most Premier Division sides, which is what you want in a backup keeper at our level. Good distribution, can still improve. Very, very pleased. Very pleased. Okay, now we're getting into the kind of big guns. £14.5 million got me, Gilberto Antonio, to replace Ryan Niambe. And I have to say, I'm incredibly happy. I am incredibly happy with this Brazilian wonder kid. I mean, look at him. Physically, incredible. A little bit too small, maybe. 175 centimetres tall, which is around about 5'10", I think, 5'9". Still, though, incredible. You can tell that's reflected in his heading, which is only 10, although for a guy that height, it's probably not too bad. It's the mentals that I love more than anything. Bravery is good. Decisions are good. Positioning is good. Anticipation is good. Concentration is good. Just, yeah. 11 pros, 2 cons for £14.5 million from Internacional out in Brazil. Very happy. I brought a lot of samba and Brazilian flair to my Leeds United team. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's yet more Brazilian. Get excited about Adilio. I think that's how you say it. Adilio. I mean, wow. Drink it in. Physically, a bit small. Okay, 173 centimetres is a bit lightweight. Think David Silva from Brazil. That is how I see this lad. I mean, physicals are very good. I say very good. I mean decent. You will struggle to find any player with better mental attributes than this guy of this age, I might add. He's 18 years old. Vision, 16. Determination, 19. Decision, 17. Bravery, 18. Just flair, 15. He's just amazing. He can play in any role in that midfield. Deep line playmaker, advanced playmaker, Mazzala, box to box. He can do everything. He's a dedicated free kick taker with 17. Passing is 17. Technique is 17. Tackling 12, so he can still put himself around a bit. I love it. I absolutely love it. The only thing he's crap at is heading, crossing, and he's not very aggressive. But let's face it, I've got more than enough aggressive players in my team. I'm absolutely delighted with Adelio. It's just the fact that I got him for 18 million. It's just that. Oh my god, this is someone I recognise. Yes, that's right. It's Angel Correa. Where did I get him from? Manchester City. How much? £30 million. This goes back into my 4-2-3-1 formation. Also, the fact that he can play up front helps. I just thought £30 million. He's listed as an elite winger. The reason why he's an elite winger is because he's absolutely banging. You can see it. Never played at anything lower than a 7 in his career. City bought him for £81 million last year. Obviously didn't hit it like they hoped he would. I bought him for 30.5, which I think is flipping brilliant. Flipping brilliant. 3 to go, and yes, hello Declan Rice. So last year, we spent a lot of time playing Calvin Phillips as our defensive midfielder. I thought, you know what, it's time to go that extra level up. So Declan Rice has come in because he can play as a defensive midfielder, a midfielder, or as a central defender. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great sign. West Ham got relegated last year, which means I got him relatively on the cheap for what he is. £36.5 million. He was valued a lot higher than that. Managed to get him on the cheap, and I look at him now and I think, yeah. I mean, it's Declan Rice. He's amazing. And he can still get better. He's 25 years old in this game. For 70k a week, and for that amount of money, I think it's an absolute steal. We've only got 2 left then, and one of them is just, I'm just so happy that I've got him in. He's probably not going to do anything, but I'm so happy that I've got him in. And then the other one is probably my sort of star signing. Let's go with the first one. I couldn't help it. I had a choice between bringing back Super Mario or bringing in Sergio Aguero on a free. I had to go with Aguero. I was talking about Adelio's mental stats earlier. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, obviously he's a bit older, Aguero. A player that's been there, done it, won it all. We don't focus on the physicals apart from the balance and the natural fitness, but we look at the technicals, we look at the mentals. He is going to get me the winning goal to the league this year. I feel it. I feel it. It's going to be a Aguero moment. I wanted to get him and Balotelli and play them both up front on like the final day. If we have a chance of winning, then we'll recreate the goal against QPR. Because Balotelli set up Aguero in that game. Never gets the credit for that, Mario. It's his only assist in a City shirt. What an assist it was. And I can hear you saying, what can be better than Sergio Aguero? Birama Namoko can be better than Sergio Aguero. Oh my word. Get excited. Just look at him. The reason why I rate him slightly above Adelio is literally because he's a bit taller and his physicals are better. Other than that, there's not really much in it. But he can play anywhere as well, which I love here. Shadow striker, advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder. He's got all the attributes to support all those roles. His flair's at 16, work rate 15 is very important, passing 16, free kick taking 16. The physicals are incredible. I bought him from Valencia, and this is where I had to sell Xerxes and Pedrinho to get him in. £44 million. So I basically traded Pedrinho for Birama Namoko, and I have to say, I think I've got the better end of the deal. I'm just so excited. I've already played one game in the Premier League, which we'll go over in a second, and he scored in it and dominated the game. Everyone get excited. You might be thinking, why the hell, Mike, did you play a game off the camera? Normally we start every time. We always start away against one of the big six. The one time I don't play it on camera, we bloody win it. We beat Chelsea 2-0, Maximilian Wober and Birama Namoko getting on the score sheet. Wober from the penalty spot, Namoko hit an absolute worldie into the top corner. I say that, Oblak made a little bit of a mess of it. But that was with the diamond, and you look at it here, 7s across the board, apart from up front with Leonardo Coutrin. We will get onto the striking issues in a minute, because I can hear everyone going, you haven't signed a striker other than Sergio Aguero. What are you doing? And the reason for that is because I look at the amount of strikers we have and I think, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. I've got Marcus Vinicius, who can be very good. He's a wonder kid, can still get a lot better. There's a lot to like about him. We've obviously got Durame, who lots of bids came in for Durame, by the way, but I couldn't lose him and Xerxes. My heart couldn't take it. I had to keep Durame. He's just too good not to. There were bids of £50 million for him. 50 million. And of course, we also have Leonardo Kuchrin up front, who I think could be my main man from here on in. I look at his attributes and I think he has got better over time. He just looks banging. He just looks really good. I think it's time that he made that jump up. We don't need Xerxes now. I think we've got so much firepower. I'd rather the goals were spread out than all based on one person. I think Kuchrin is the man who's going to get me a lot of goals this year. I believe that. I have to. In terms of the Premier League, as I've said, we've already played one game and I've already won that against Chelsea. So after a decent start, we are still predicted to finish 7th in the league. So we haven't still overtaken any of the big six, as it were. I still don't have any player in the Dream 11. But at the same time, I reckon that will change. I do reckon that will change soon. Because the players I brought in, if I can keep this group of players together for the next 3 years or so, we will definitely be in this conversation up here. Of that, I'm 100% sure. It's also time to have a look at who came up from the Championship last season. Crystal Palace, Brentford and Blackburn, who, funnily enough, we are going to be playing today in our first home game of the league. Because, as you know, we can never start our opening day fixture at home. Always has to be away. Always. Preferably against a ridiculously good team. And so this is now the team that I have lined up for us this season. It's not my first team because Mikel Cuisance, who is still here, yes, we did sign him on a brand new contract, so he is here until 2029 at least, another 5 years. Get in. So Cuisance is out with an injury, but other than that, it's pretty much as full strength, I think, as we're going to get. And it's going to be a case of where the hell do I fit him in? But Lafont is in goal. Wober's taken that left-back position and kind of made it his own for the time being. Popov returns after his leg break, thank God. And Kagler Soyuncu make up the central defensive partnership. Then we've got Gilberto Antonio on the right-hand side. Declan Rice as the deep-line playmaker in that defensive mid-role. Adilo makes his debut in the middle of the park, along with Calvin Phillips, who's moved up into a box-to-box role, along with Adilio. And then you've got Namoko supporting Kuchrin and Durame. I'm expecting a win here, and I'm expecting a comfy one. Blackburn are new to the league. They've not been here before. This is the first time. Adam Armstrong's a player we all know can cause problems just by the fact that he's so bloody quick. But having said that, so is Durame. They've got a boy up here called Warren Jones, and I have to say, he looks quite good. For 875k, that's not bad. He's got some very good standout, features. Impressive. I'm going to assert this. I want you to pick up from where you left off last time, which obviously was a very comfortable win against Chelsea. Sorry, I wish I played it, to be fair, now in front of all of you. But knowing me, if I had, we probably would have lost it, and then you would have seen me get very upset to start the season. But it was a very good start. Hopefully that will continue as Nathan Wood makes a foul already. And Namoko, over this free kick, whips it in, back post. They've managed to clear it Blackburn only as far as Calvin Phillips, and Kagler Soyuncu tucks it in. Only 2 minutes gone. We're already 1-0 up. Ellen Road is rocking. Get in. Come on. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. No, easy, Mike. Easy now. I'm sure a lot of you are sat there going, why didn't you go off and try and get another striker? I would have done, but honestly, anyone that was as good as Xerxes was going to be way too expensive. All the wonder kids, all the brand new really good players that you can get that would be anywhere near his level, we're talking about £100 million, because they're all from my rivals. Leeds have so many rivals as well. It's not like I could go and raid United or anyone else. Do you know what I mean? It's been very, very tough going. Let me know what you think of my window in the comment section. Is it as bad as you thought it was? Are you angry about Xerxes leaving? Are you angry about Pedrinho leaving? I doubt that. But if so, let me know in the comment section. While you're down there, drop a like on the video. Go on, it won't hurt you. Unai Lopez whips the ball into the back post. Popov clears it. Kuchrin with a decent header out. Now, Durame using his pace. Go on, Durame. Off you go. Durame is skinned one. Durame again. Goes past. That's a great tackle by Nathan Wood. I thought he was going to foul him there. It was going to be a penalty. That's what I was hoping anyway. But it's great play by Wood. To be fair, he's quite quick. But Durame's robbed him. He's got the Wood on him. Kuchrin! Oh, for God's sake. It's not been the best half in terms of highlights. But in terms of play, we've done pretty well. Not exactly happy with the 50-50% possession. They've held their own, Blackburn, here. And it's really only a kind of rebound goal from set piece that's got us in front. I am going to say I'm happy with the performance. Keep it up to the boys. That's a lie. I'm not overly enamoured with it, but we're winning, and that will do. At the start of the season, I don't care how well we play, just grind out the results. Durame. Gilberto whips the ball in. It's a decent effort. And now, that's good play by Soyuncu. Rice to Phillips. Gilberto, what's his delivery like? Good ball into Durame. Durame! Durame! There he is. Hamid Durame is off and running. Gilberto Antonio, what a pass. Beautiful. Durame! Durame! I'm definitely going to make that my Twitch follow thing. And if you are going to be following on Twitch, follow me at twitch.tv/MikeRo14. Keep plugging it, Mike. Every time. Every time. Brilliant from Durame. Woof. I'm going to bring on Marcus Vinicius, take Durame off, give Vinicius a bit of a run out. And I'm also going to bring on Masengo. We've not seen a lot of him so far, so I'm going to bring him on for Declan Rice and give Declan a little bit of a rest. It's been a very impressive performance, though, so far from pretty much all of the new boys. I like the fact that Gilberto's already kind of got into the fullback mentality, or the wingback mentality that we have here. By the fullback, wingback mentality, I mean defend second, assist first. I'm going to take Namoko off, and I'm going to bring on Angel Correa. He can also play in the middle of the park, so let's bring Angel Correa on and see how he gets on in that role. Phillips finds Woba again, free on that left-hand side. Woba, back post. Marcus Vinicius gets his first goal for Leeds United. Well done, Marcos. Brilliant from Woba. So far, the standout man of the season. It's only 2 games in. It's only 2 games in, Mike. Relax. Brilliant play here, though. I love this from Calvin. We've released him a bit further forward now. He finds a great ball to Woba. Can he stand the ball up to the back post? Yes, he can. Marcus Vinicius gets his header in. Only Kutrin to score, and then we're there. It's how defensively solid we are with this formation that I'm finding baffling. At the end of last season, we said I kept 5 clean sheets in our last 6 games. And yes, granted this game's against Blackburn, but to go away to Chelsea and keep a clean sheet as well, I think I've stumbled on something beautiful here, and that is a great start to the season. 2 wins out of 2. Normally, we'd never win the first game of the season, so this is absolutely brilliant. 2 from 2. We're top of the table. You can tell that we've got a couple of games against IFK Göteborg to qualify for the Euro Cup too. I think what we'll do then is let's have the second game of the against IFK Göteborg, where I can show you some of the youngsters I'm going to be playing in the Euro Cup too, and then we can have the home game against Manchester City as well, which I think will be quite exciting. You're going to see 2 very different lineups, I would hazard a guess. But so far, so good. I'm very, very pleased. Let me know what you think of the summer transfer window in the comment section. Let me know where you think we're going to finish. Who are the players I need to look out for? Any duds? Anyone that I've done really well to bring in? Let me know what you think. You can tell that we won every game so far this season, apart from that first game against St. Petersburg in the friendly, but that was before I made any of my signings. So I'm feeling very chilled now. I was worried about what was going to happen. I'm feeling very chilled and almost, dare I say it, positive. Never. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do drop a like on the video, share and subscribe. Is this the year that we finally make inroads into the Champions League places? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and until I see you again for another episode of my Leeds Save or TYC or on Twitch, stay cool. Magic.